Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
This episode is brought to you by Personal Capital. With Personal Capital, you'll be able to see all your accounts in one place and get a clear view of everything you own. To sign up for free, go to theskepticsguide.org and click the Personal Capital banner, or go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. Personal Capital. Less fees, more G's.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, it's one of the biggest weekends in showbiz. It is Oscar weekend, and he prepares for it all year. It's his special, and I think this is the biggest weekend for him as well. Ladies and gentlemen, with his Oscar Spectacular preview, here is Internet Radio Tommy.
Hi, Rob.
How you doing, Tom?
Here I am. It's a big night in Hollywood coming up Sunday, and it's Internet Radio Tommy broadcasting live.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I gotta do my intro.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You hope you prepared it.
Let me do my intro. Calm down.
Weeks of preparation.
Yeah, I have prepared for a while. It's Internet Radio Tommy, and I'm really, really excited because it's Oscar weekend. And we're here, well, we're not really here. We're at the Academy, well, we're not at the Academy Awards, but I
Can I jump in? I know you're doing your intro, but let me ask. Where are you?
Rob?
Are you in Hollywood?
No.
No, are you in Los Angeles?
No, I'm not exactly.
Okay, Orange County?
No.
Burbank?
No.
Where are you?
I'm in my mother's basement where I always am.
Well, you're always there.
I know, Rob. Come on, let me do the thing.
Okay, do your intro. I'm sorry.
So this is Internet Radio Tommy, and I've got some fun facts about the Oscars that you might not know.
Oh, so this is the research that you're not going to save this for your show? You're going to spill it on our show.
All the other shows can tell you all about the nominees
right.
and who they think's going to win and all that stuff, but I'm going to tell you some behind-the-scenes facts about the Oscars.
Have you seen a lot of the movies?
What?
Have you seen the movies that are nominated?
No.
None of them?
No, I don't have the money to go out to the movies. It's too expensive.
I understand, but you haven't seen any of them? What about Gravity? Everyone saw Gravity.
Gravity's the one about the spacesuits, right?
Yes, that's the one, Tom.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I got some Oscar fun facts.
Okay, let's go with the fun facts. Oh, do you want your music again?
Sure,
okay.
It's a wonderful night for Oscar. Oscar, who will win?
Who's hosting this year?
What?
Who's hosting the Oscars this year?
Ellen DeGeneres.
She's wonderful.
Thank you. Don't ask me about the nominees.
Yeah, okay. Oh, not about the nominees.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe can I ask one question?
What, Rob? What?
Do you think that Oscar is going to smile on Sandra Bullock?
I think Oscar's going to be late, like he always is.
No, not that Oscar.
Oh, the other Oscar.
Yeah. For those of you wondering why Oscar's been so quiet during the bit.
Oscar loves persecution. All right, anyway.
So these are fun facts, Dave.
Yes. A lot of you. Hi, this is Internet Radio Tommy with a brief look behind the scenes at the Oscars and all the fun facts you might not know.
So these are fun facts.
Yeah, Rob, I said they're fun facts.
All right, well,
Come
then let's get started.
Okay.
Why are you dragging your ass?
I'm not. Stop it.
Let's get to the comedy, man.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is from a publication that's online that's called The Wrap.
What? Like WRAP?
It's the online magazine that covers Hollywood. Come on.
Okay.
Oscar statuettes are shipped in styrofoam containers. Once the statuettes are removed from the containers, the styrofoam is broken into pieces, so nobody can fish a makeshift Oscar mold out of the Dolby Theater dumpster. Rob, are you there?
This is a fun fact.
Okay. The Academy...
You have more?
Yeah.
Do they get funner?
Shut up, Rob.
Okay, I'm
Shut
sorry.
up.
Well, let me do a reset real quick.
Okay.
We're here with Internet Radio Tommy, and these are his Oscar preview fun facts. He's been prepping all the year.
That's right.
But he hasn't seen any of the movies.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No. The Academy makes sure that enough Oscar statuettes are on hand to cover the most possible winners in every category. For instance, if Gravity or Nebraska wins...
Nebraska.
Right. They'll need 2 Oscars for the 2 producers. But if 12 Years a Slave wins, they'll need 5.
So that would be 3 more.
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything about this movie, Nebraska? It's sort of an under-the-wire deal.
It's a state out in the West.
No, the movie, Nebraska.
I don't know.
Do you think Oscar is going to smile on Bruce Dern?
I think he will if he gets here on time.
Okay, what's your next
Number
fact?
4.
Yes.
This year, the maximum number of Oscars that can be given out in all 24 categories, barring ties, is 70.
That's fascinating.
The minimum is 48. Why are you laughing?
Where's the smart money?
Come on.
You know what I'm laughing,
All right, I'll
Tom? Because
skip ahead.
these are fun.
You want to hear about the envelopes?
I just hope, you know what, after hearing all of your fun facts, I hope that this next fun fact has to do with numbers.
Don't be a dick.
Okay, go ahead.
Working from 2 sets of cards listing every possible winner in every category, the 2 PricewaterhouseCoopers partners who lead the Oscar ballot team
Yes.
prepare and seat 2 sets of envelopes bearing the names of the winners.
Yes.
Prepare and seal, not seat.
No, seal is the word you word.
Seal. They
Yes.
seal your envelope.
Sure.
Damn it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We can fix it in
Damn
there.
it, I hate when I screw up.
Hey, have you ever
I hate when
met
I screw up.
Tom?
Hi.
Have you ever met Price, Waterhouse, or Cooper?
That's funny, Rob.
No, it's not.
You want to hear about the rehearsal?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I hope there's a statistic involved.
When stars show up to rehearse their lines, which typically happens a day before the Oscar show, sometimes called Star Day, they are asked to open a rehearsal envelope.
Right.
And read whatever winner is named inside.
Okay, what is that the actual winner, though?
I don't know.
All right,
Come
well,
on.
I'm just trying to figure out how they do Star Day.
Would you like to hear about the venue?
More than anything in the world.
The Dolby Theater was built in an area originally meant to hold the parking garage for the Hollywood and Highland Shopping Center.
Well, that's fascinating. You mean that before it was a theater,
Yeah.
it was an empty lot?
Yeah, you are right, Anus Breath. When the Academy asked for a theater, the site's developers switched to underground parking
That's great.
to make room for the theater.
So the underground parking is where they can put things like, I don't know, cars.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. After the Oscars in 2012, Dolby signed a naming rights deal with the theater, and it was renamed.
Oh, Dolby.
So the ballroom in which the Governor's Ball takes place, formerly the Grand Ballroom
Yeah.
at the Hollywood and Highland, is now Ray Dolby Ballroom.
Now, do you have tickets to the Governor's Ball?
No, I'm in my mother's living room. Rob, you're being a total dick.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Look, we depend on the summer people here for our very lives.
You are not going
And
to
if
have
you
a summer
close those
unless you
beaches,
deal
we're
with this
finished.
problem.
We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark. I don't
spend
think
money
either
any
one
way
of
we
you
can.
are familiar with our problems.
I think that I am familiar with the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem until it swims up and bites you on the ass. Now, wait a second.
Chief.
There are 2 ways to deal with this problem. You're
Chief.
either going to kill this animal or you're going to cut off its food supply.
Larry, we have to close the beaches. Brody, sick vandalism. That is a deliberate mutilation of a public service message. Now, I want those little paint-happy bastards caught and hung up by their Buster Browns.
That's it. Goodbye. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with a man who's lining up to be a hot lunch. I'm going to see you later, bro.
Oh, no, please don't do this.
Mr. Vaughn, what we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine. It's really a miracle of evolution. All this machine does is swim and eat and make little sharks. And that's all. Now, why don't you take a long, close look at this sign? Those proportions are correct.
Love to prove that, wouldn't you? Get your name into the National Geographic.
Seen one eat a rocking chair one time.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
And you're playing Once Bitten, Twice Shy, right?
Exactly. There are no mistakes.
And it's Jaws, and it's the Oscars.
Right.
Did Jaws win the Oscar?
Jaws, I think, won maybe sound editing. It didn't win any of the big trophies, I don't think.
Usually the day of the Oscars, they have all these different categories of best movies to not win an Oscar,
Right.
worst movies to win an Oscar. It's all over the place. We're live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are broadcasting all over the planet. We're powered by Encore Insurance Services. With over 22 million downloads, we're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And we are heard over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Hi, Justin.
In the heart of the heartland, go Hawks. The
Yeah.
Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners in the world. Why?
Mike, I got to ask you why.
Because they get it.
Ah, that's why.
Our show today is brought to you by a brand new game that I got to the level 6 on.
I bet I know what it is.
It's called Duck Run.
Yes!
Do you miss playing Flappy Bird?
I'll tell you who's out of their mind right now.
Yes.
My kids. Because
They
they
love it.
missed
Yeah.
Flappy Bird, and now they are playing this duck game like crazy.
Duck Run.
And loving it.
It's Flappy Bird 2.0. It's available today on iTunes. It was available yesterday, actually. I downloaded it this morning, and I'm going crazy with it. It is so much
It's great
fun.
game.
It
Great
is
game.
great. It's another special app that's from the Tmos Laboratories, available today on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Don't be a lame duck.
You
Get
see
it
what
right
he's
now.
doing there? He's making jokes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Do you like snowy adventures? Well, it's time to duck and cover. Are you ready to laugh? It'll quack you up.
Yes.
Do you like saving money? Well, it's mother ducking free. We'll never bill you for it. So get your ducks in a row and download Duck Run to all of your iOS and Android devices. Post your highest score on Facebook and Twitter. I hate that sound.
You know what? It was
I truly do.
But you know what?
Hate
It
that
is so
sound.
rare that a client, Mike, and let's face it, Todd is, if nothing else, a client.
Yes, he is.
He sent us not only the script, but the production elements.
And that's pretty much outside of the clonk when you hit the pipe.
Yes.
Isn't that the only other production element that it's got there?
Pretty much, I think.
Have you played?
I've watched the kids play. I get frustrated because it's not an easy game.
Well, it's not easy, but it's, I mean...
It's simple, but it's tough.
It's simple but difficult to master.
You know what they say?
That's
It's like
how I would
Othello.
describe
A moment to learn, a lifetime to master.
Post your highest score... Post your highest score on there. Are you hitting that every time?
I'm not. It's Mike, I told you we went automated.
Post your highest score on Facebook and Twitter while telling your friends to shut the duck up. Rated 5... Rated 5 stars, and you'll be a true fire quacker. Go ahead, hit it now.
See, now
Thank
you're
you.
growing to like it.
No, I'm not. Again, that's Duck Run by TM Soft.
Oh, yes.
Yes, see, he only plays them when I'm in mid-sentence. That is the goal. That is the quest. That's like fun.
It is
It's
a little
not
bit.
fun for you unless you play them when I'm in mid-sentence. Thank you. Okay, I waited. I did play it this morning. I downloaded it this morning and really struggled to get past the very first level. And the only thing I've gotten to, I know there are people, like my wife, for example, when she gets into this, she'll be at level 30.
Of course.
Now, I would assume that I haven't gotten past the infantile stages of it. Okay. But I would think that when you get to...
Has little Michael outscored you?
he's doing very well. Oh. And bananas and solid food, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah?
The poo diapers have changed.
Oh,
rather.
it's very, very different, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know what? This morning, I'm really used to, I get him ready in the morning. I put his outfit on, so that's my time. I wake him up, and he comes in, has his little morning feed with his mommy, and then mommy gets ready for her day, and I take him into the nursery,
Yes.
and I pick out the outfit for the day. I do, and I change him. It's really my only...
Now, does he also pick out your outfit for the day?
No, he does not. Not today.
He likes shiny shirts.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Today was a very special outfit. It was very cold out, so I wanted to dress him warmly.
Of course.
And we went with the real preppy look, where he had the corduroys on, and he has the flannel shirt with the sweater vest over it. He
Wow,
is
so he's-
styling, and a onesie under that. He's got the layered look going
So
on
he looks
today.
like Rachel Maddow. I got the answer here about the Oscars that Jaws won. It did better than I thought. It
Okay.
had 3 wins. It won for film editing, sound and best music, and original dramatic score. Nominated for Best Picture, but lost.
And what year?
75, so it would be the 76 Oscars.
And of course, it lost to Airport 75,
Of course. Well, any movie with George Kennedy.
which won all the Oscars.
What was his name? Pepino? What was his character name?
Was it Peroni?
Peroni might be it.
I don't think it's Peroni.
I will find out.
Petroni. Petroni. George Kennedy played Joe Petroni.
Get Petroni on it.
Yeah, that's
and he
right.
was somehow touching every airline disaster in the 1970s.
That's the thing I like about the 707. It'll do everything but some line like that. And I tell the story all the time. This is for really old people. This is for really Pony. This is for very, very old
you can go ahead
people.
and take a nap, Pony.
Because airport, the original airport, that wasn't Airport 75, right?
No, Airport 75 was the sequel where the small jet crashed into the
ocean.
No, it crashed into the big jet, and the was it Karen Black had to land the plane? She had to fly the plane, and then Charlton Heston was lowered by helicopter into it.
It was crap.
Yeah, it's garbage, but so great.
But the original airport with Van Heflin and Dean Martin and Jacqueline, and a very, very beautiful young Jacqueline Bisset, I believe.
What it is, Pony, it was essentially like a thrilling Love Boat in the Sky.
But it was so great. And we went
popcorn movie.
Do you know that I can tell you when it came out? It came out probably in the summer of 1974, right?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Summer of 74, because the sequel was Airport 75.
Right.
I think that's when it came out.
You have to be within months.
Because I had my birthday party was a trip to the movie theater to go see Airport, because that was the movie of the day. And my friend Paul Richards, who lived in my hometown of Glastonbury, Connecticut, when Dean Martin runs down the aisle after he saved the plane, Paul had like a slight little speech impediment.
Yeah.
And he said, "Our hero."
Never tell that story.
I think I've told that story before.
If you want to know how ridiculous Airport 75 is, I watched it about a month ago.
Right.
And it has Gloria Swanson as herself.
Right.
And also, the first part of the movie takes place in a very modern Dulles Airport, shot on location.
It was
here in
fantastic.
DC. Here's the love theme, Mike.
And wasn't it Maureen Stapleton who played? Was it Maureen Stapleton?
Yeah,
who
the
played
old woman,
the wife of Van Heflin, right?
I think you're right.
And
yeah.
he's like hard on his luck, and he's trying to take the plane down. You wouldn't have that movie made today, because I mean the idea.
Well, they certainly wouldn't show it on an airplane.
Well, the idea of bombs on planes, it's not funny anymore because it's too damn real.
It is.
So that's what happened anyway. Airport was.
That's funny about back then. We couldn't believe in bombs and planes, but we believed Dean Martin was a pilot.
I don't know how we digressed on this.
Yeah,
I know that I was talking about my son's poo.
Yes. Because you're talking about Oscars. And
okay.
It dovetailed.
So I get my son ready today, and because now he is enjoying not vegetables yet, but he's enjoying bananas and peaches and apples.
Fruit, Mike, very high in fiber.
The stool
bulk, Mike, a lot of bulk.
The stool quality today, it's real food.
Of course it is.
The body is processing the real food.
How great would it be? Here's Mike O'Mara for Gerber.
Yeah.
It's real food.
It's real food that is processed by the body. And it's been such a walk in the park while he's been breastfeeding, because it's just not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad.
I think what you're dealing with there is that human breast milk is optimized for the body consumption of the little kid, and
to be absorbed into the body.
There's very little waste. There's
but there's waste. It's just not the same, and it's easier to maintain.
As much fiber as a good old Georgia cling peach.
As soon as you introduce the fruit into the diet, it makes a change. Last night we noticed it because Carla was changing him, and because I took him over to me, and the two differences have happened in that. Number one, if he's ready for a change. Yes. There used to be like a little bit of a bouquet that you would get and say, Carla, I think, it would always be that debate. I think he might be ready for a change. Now there is really no question whatsoever. And the first time we discovered that, we were at a restaurant. Oh. And we're sitting there, and I was sitting across from him. And
was it the BJ Tavern or
I
whatever?
don't think it was BJ's, no. And we were sitting there, and you can tell. And then yesterday when she had him on the couch and puts a little blanket down and changes his diet, and we look over there, and I'm like, oh, my God, he produced that?
Yeah.
It looks seriously like something, it's something that Chris Farley would have laid bare.
The thing is, though, is that you're not yet to the greatest transition of all, is when you remove the diaper, and what you see is not a pudding, but more of a log.
Well, I still think that might even be better, because now the transition is...
it's painting. It really, there's a fresco, is really what it is.
You gotta love my boy.
You gotta put paint on wet plaster.
I gotta love my boy. And
to.
I'm looking at this, and it's just like, oh God, today was the first time. I'd normally just take a couple of baby wipes and go, no problem at all. And today was a real process.
Thought about using the dishwasher.
Oh my God, today's what you do with, it was like me. It's like if I had it's like just a smaller version of what my diaper might look like.
Well, thank God, Mike, we've got you out of the diapers.
Yeah, of course, I do produce prodigious, no more order than a hot biscuit, but it was nasty. Is what I'm
looking right now. It might have been your 12th or 11th birthday party.
Okay.
Because it dropped in March of 1970.
March of 1970?
Yeah.
All right, that would make me
so
11
you might have
years
seen
old.
It could have been a re-release, but I would think you would have seen it on the first run.
No, we saw it in the theater, first run, and I was 11 years old. It was my 11th birthday.
And you nailed
10th
it.
or 11th birthday.
You nailed it. I was thinking, of course, of Helen Hayes.
When did it give the month that it dropped?
March 5th.
March 5th, so it was in theaters for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, big hit. It makes sense that it would be in theaters for 3 months or so.
That would have been June when I had all the boys come out to the. That was
of course.
Incidentally, we didn't get no real elaborate. It was a big deal to get in the car.
No moon bounce.
2 station wagons, 2 mommies, you know, and just a ton of kids. Really, like 40 kids in a station wagon, all going out to the movie
with
theater.
cigarettes.
God, it was 1970.
Yeah, and we left out some key cast members. We forgot, of course, Barry Nelson. We forgot Barbara Hale and the great Gary
Who
Collins.
the hell is Barry Nelson?
Barry Nelson, old movie star. You would know him if you saw him. He did like 1 million movies, and you would say, hey, I know that guy.
Was he the guy with the glasses?
He played Anson Harris.
I don't know who he is.
But Maureen Stapleton was married to Van Heflin. They were the Guerreros, Mike. Dio Guerrero and Inez Guerrero. And, of course, the classic old lady character.
And they were no more Hispanic. You had Maureen Stapleton and Van Heflin.
Yeah.
And they're playing Hispanic people.
Like having you and me play Hispanic people.
It was terrible.
And Helen Hayes, of course, still box.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway.
She showed her gap in that movie.
So speaking of children, and we should get to this right at the top of the show, a huge night in the Spiewak household.
Oh, so cool.
Because it was the semifinal for your son. We talked about it ad nauseum the other day about the fact that he is playing basketball, and you sent out the text message after the game was over, and not just a win, a big win, right?
I told you that I would text you. They won by 16 points. I think it was 19.
What's the name of the team again?
Triple Threat.
Team Triple Threat. Team Triple Threat.
I think it was 35-19, but here's the best part. Robert played in the first and third quarters, and of the 12 points scored in those quarters, he scored 2 of them.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have kids on that team that play the entire game?
I don't think you're allowed to put someone in the entire game if you have players to rotate in and out. We have one phenom on the team. His name is Jack. He's amazing. He's like scary good.
Is Jack the reason that you guys are going to the championship?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Mike. It's a team effort.
Yeah, of course.
But,
so they do the whole self-esteem thing even at that age?
No, they really don't. They don't.
Well, they rotate them. So
I think that's because if you had a kid like Jack, and I think every team has your Jack, they want to make sure that it's more to even up the teams.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I do. I think it makes it even.
You don't, because you don't pay attention. You don't care.
I'm sorry, what?
You're at the games. You're showing up there, but you don't know the rules. You
I don't
know what they're doing. I
know some rules.
I would be so laser focused on what's the deal. Is this kid coming in because he's good, and what are they doing to win? Obviously,
I know what player does good at stuff.
They've got a championship.
Sean is very good too, but he's short.
They've got a championship structure.
Yeah, they do.
So they're not throwing self-esteem out for that. You're going to have a winner and you're going to have a loser.
Exactly.
You're going to have kids that are crying and kids that are winning the championship trophy.
Saw some fussy kids last night.
They were a little upset because they lost the semi?
They were not crying, but I love it. And you've seen this in me when a bit goes badly. My face gets very red.
It's very frustrating.
But they played. They never... tape from last week's show. They played very hard. They never... were not in the lead, but it got very close in the third quarter.
So we've got the kids now that are going to the championship game, and they're going to play for like trophies. Do they know what they're going to win?
I actually don't know if there's trophies or not. But the amount of
You're
money
very
we
involved,
paid,
but you could get. There's a part of you that is totally into this and really conscious of supporting your kid.
Right.
And then there's Sports Rob, who doesn't give a flying F about sports in general. So you don't. I would be all about, does he get the hardware? Does he get, what does he get? A certificate? What the hell happens with this?
I could probably find out, but also my deepest.
I'm into this.
My
I'm
deepest
into this.
fear right now
Yes.
is how is he going to deal with getting this close if he doesn't go all the way?
Well, he's the runner-up, and you've got to prepare him for that and say.
Coach did a great job of that after the game.
Sure. I mean, this will be, correct me if I'm wrong, this is going to be the most significant pressure of any kind, maybe even schoolwork. This is the most.
Oh, this is huge.
This is the most pressure that little man's going to have in his whole life, right?
This is huge. And what the coach said after the game last night, which was great, he said, when we started this 14, 15 weeks ago, he knew the date. He said, when we started this, what's the one place you wanted to be?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear 10, 12-year-olds all go, yeah, championship,
sure.
championship. And he says, well, guess what? We're in the championship. And no matter what happens, you guys have done a great job.
Now, let me ask you about the
Championship.
the peanut gallery when you're there, because you've got two teams here. Do we have any of the, on either side, and I don't want to throw you under the bus if
That's
it's
fine.
somebody on your side.
That's fine.
Do we have any of the overzealous parents, the parents that
The only
are
parent-
rather overly vocal?
There was
during
one
that?
parent who was embarrassed last night. And I will say, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I think I can throw this person under the bus.
Was it your side?
It was me.
It was you?
When Robert sunk his basket, I said, yeah! So loud, heads turned. And so what did I do? I pointed to Carrie.
Right.
Like she made the noise. But I was so excited
Was
for
it
him.
during the game or was it a free throw?
It was during the game.
So, I mean, like he didn't have to come to the foul line.
No, he
it was
snagged
in the heat of battle.
Snagged the ball in a mess of kids and put it up and sank it.
Was it a
great.
layup or was it a shot from the outside?
It was a shot from under the basket off of a missed shot.
Okay, so a rebound and he got
rebounded
it.
into it, and it was great.
So he is getting a little confidence as we go along.
Yeah, he was great.
Now, how many points? What was the total number? It was like 36 or
35-19, 36-19.
36. So only 36 points scored.
Not a lot. And there's 4 6-minute quarters.
How many points you figure does this little superstar kid you're talking about? How many does he score?
I'd say he gets about a third to a half of them.
So
but a lot of the plays are designed for that. Everybody plays. Everybody has their position. But it's
Is Grandpa
ultimately-
Horny Bob going to be going to the championship?
He will be at the championship and splashing on a lot of cologne, putting on one of his fanciest shirts. So, ladies, he'll be signing things under the South Portal.
So when's the championship game?
It is 3:30 on Saturday.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's tomorrow.
Are you excited?
I'm out of my mind.
That's neat.
I'm probably a little more excited than Robert is.
Right.
And I got very close to, as when you mentioned embarrassing oneself, almost did something, but luckily another parent stepped in. There were it was a packed house last night.
Really?
Because it's the last game before the
It's
championship.
the American culture. It's the winning thing, too. People
But also
get
there
into
were
that.
coaches from other teams
Right.
taking notes, I think, for what players to draft next year. I mean, it starts at this level. There was a guy in front
All right,
of
so
me.
what grade is he
with
in? I
a
always
notebook.
forget. What grade is
Robert
he?
is in 5th grade.
Right.
And I think I missed. He is 11. I'm
All right,
sorry.
so
he's
we're
11, not 12.
we're not at the middle school level yet.
He
But
will be next year.
Next year he does the middle
6th,
school.
7th, and 8th is
and
middle
he-
school.
And he's probably not going to get any shorter.
No,
Right?
no. So, and as long as he continues to play solid defense and is in there, doing it, he's going to be we had so much height advantage on the other team when they went up to shake hands at the beginning of the game.
Right.
I said, Carrie, we've got them by 2 feet.
And no other parents that because really, you know how I am.
Yeah.
I would be sitting there if it was Michael William in this situation. I would always look for it's the way I played my golf tournaments.
Which is how?
Well, my buddy Randall and I. Right?
Of course.
Randall and I played,
Yankees
and
fan.
we actually won. He was a Yankee fan, and he'd come over just because we love to give each other crap
All right.
when the Red Sox were playing the Yankees. But when Randall and I would play in a member guest tournament where
Yes.
we'd play against you would hook us up with 2 other guys who were the nicest, kindest men in the world. Really. They could both be Mother Teresa's, and Randall and I would hate them. We'd hate them because they were competing against
It's
us.
part of it. It's
That's
part
how
of your
competitive
mindset.
I
Yeah,
am.
right.
So I would go into this type of thing looking for anybody, especially somebody that's representing the other team or the other coach or anybody. I would always find people to hate. You're not having that much fun?
No, I was the thing that was driving me crazy last night, and I get to a point in the game when it's tight. Carrie actually will look at me and say, "Are you okay?"
Right.
Because I'm not myself. I'm not my jovial, goofy.
But is there
self.
any? See where I'm trying to go with him?
Yeah,
Pony?
I am.
I am desperately trying to get to that undercookie,
tell you-
and he won't do it.
I tell
He
you who
is-
I hated.
He has blamed himself.
I tell you who I hated.
Okay.
Were the kids that weren't focused on the game.
All right.
And because there were so many coaches there, there was like a little mosh pit to the left of or the right of the bleachers, and there's 9-10-year-olds that
You're
are
in a
sitting around playing.
semifinal, you little hump. Pay attention. Don't think about your next Pop-Tart.
I was about to say that, and luckily the guy who was the coach in front of me with his little pony-like notebook taking notes by number about what player was
Was he
doing.
a coach for your kids' team?
Coach for another team who's already been eliminated, but obviously thinking ahead to next year.
Oh, and he yelled at the kid?
Taking notes on the players. He said, "Hey, this is a semifinal, and you should be watching this."
That's good.
And then Carrie looked at me and she said, God, that wasn't you. I said it was almost me.
Well, you're getting there.
Yeah.
You're getting to middle school, and I think that's about the time when it gets into reality. But that's cool. Congratulations to Robert III.
Fingers crossed. We'll have an answer for you on Saturday. On Monday. That's how we did on Saturday.
Yeah, I might know the answer anyway, if you know what I mean.
I think
anyway, no, I don't know. I'm not going to commit to doing something I probably won't do.
I'll call you.
Yeah, I'd love to pop over.
It'd be so cool.
What I have going on in my life. We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa. This segment of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our Amazon page.
The best.
Amazon is truly the best way to buy anything and everything you need. Spring is right around the corner, and Amazon has everything you need to get ready for the warmer months. Short pants.
Yeah, I love short pants because they show my knees. It's one of my strongest features.
Garden tools, grass seed, even a handsome floppy hat that's great for gardening. And don't forget, the St. Patrick's Day festivities are just around the corner.
Yes.
Amazon is your one-stop shop for authentic Irish music, corned beef, leprechaun hats.
Yeah. You know, Mike, a green derby really makes the day.
Shamrock bug antennas.
Oh, they're good, too.
And anything else you need. The only thing you'll need to provide is the green beer. Our Amazon portal is the best way to easily support the show. Amazon has everything for your home and your office, whether it's paper clips, coffee, clothes, electronics, or cleaning supplies. If you need it, Amazon has it. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Today and every day, a great way to save money and support the show. Please remember to click Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and don't be afraid to bookmark it,
If you don't do anything else, buy your printer ink from Amazon.
Amen.
You'll save money. And you know what? Is there anything worse than running out of printer ink?
Pony takes care of ours and does a fantastic job of it.
He fills it by hand.
We love it. Yeah, it's a very messy day, but we put plenty of paper towels.
He lays out some paper, brings out a gallon container.
Okay, I got to share this with you, and it is not something I am in any way, shape, or form proud of.
Let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yes.
How was your yesterday?
It was fine. It was fine up until about 6:45 in the evening.
Why?
All right,
that's normally when things are winding down.
Okay, we are getting this house ready for vacation, and
yes.
I'm talking about not a vacation. We are vacating the premises. So we really had a lot of things on a punch list that we had to take care of,
right?
And we've done remarkably well. I would say that outside of last night, we were about a month ahead of schedule.
Carla is on fire.
She is a whirling dervish around here. She's taking care of it. Little tiny things that you have to do. Like, for example, we have a gas stove in the kitchen that we, with the left rear burner, apparently for quite some time, hasn't worked. Well, we never use the left rear burner.
That's your worst burner, by the way.
Isn't that your worst burner on a stove?
On a 4-burner stove, the left rear, useless.
You don't
Might as well
use
put
that.
a potted plant on it.
So we are chugging through stuff. I had a plumber out yesterday. The day before, I had an electrician out.
Right.
You know that we had painters out doing some touch-up painting around here, getting everything done. And then I did the thing, which I talked about, where I went out to the old Home Depot, and I got the jacks for the floor, and everything for an old 1903 Victorian that I can do.
Right.
We're just remarkably easy to accomplish, and we are well ahead of schedule, and I couldn't be more proud of that.
And what's so great about that is 4 weeks ago, you looked at me like you were about to climb a mountain and you had no shoes on. You thought you weren't going to get there.
I will tell you seriously, the way I looked at it is, it was so, at the beginning of this, it was kind of daunting. Look, for anybody that moves, it's the same way. What you have to throw in with my case is a studio that has to be broken down and that whole thing. So you take that element in there and, throw in the fact that you got somebody who's, going to be moving into your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new thing. So I'm punching this list done, and I get everything done. And this guy came out and looked at the burner yesterday, and it was fine. And he said, well, it needs this. I got to order it. I should probably be able to get it in tomorrow, and we'll be back out tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, what I don't realize.
Now, how did you find the burner guy?
Carla did it.
Okay.
Carla found the guy online. So, I know nothing about how the details or how he was selected or Angie's List or anything like
Craigslist,
that.
maybe Christian Mingle.
Who the F knows how it happened? I have no idea how
So,
it went
you know
down.
what? This is where I would love to have, what's his name here? Because he always
The guy that's late?
Yeah, the guy that's now.
Yeah, well, we just had to start without him today.
5 minutes late from what he said he would be here.
Well, of course he would. That's why I started the show.
He always has a guy.
Right.
You know what? You and I, we lack having guys.
Well, I did have a guy for the electric, and I did have a guy for the plumbing work. So I did have a guy.
Oh,
actually.
cool.
But this is one where we were flying blind. So he comes out and he said, I will need to get a switch I will need to get a switch and bring it tomorrow. So that's cool, and he's a perfectly nice guy. We have a nice conversation.
This guy just escaped from Kiev.
It's a $49.90 sales call that just to come out and diagnose it. And then if you get the repair work done with them, they take that off the bill.
Sure.
So that's a fine situation. I pay him in cash. Perhaps not the best decision that I could have made.
This is the way I prefer it, is to be paid in cash.
This is what really drives me insane about the entire service culture that we have in the United States. It is called the service window.
Okay.
Everybody is familiar with this. This is when a company says, yes, we'll have somebody out there on Monday, but they will be out there between 3 and 6 p.m. It's a 3-hour window. And
Question.
Yes.
Don't you think the service window is a relatively recent development?
Yeah.
Like maybe the last 15 years?
And it's been my experience that when you have the companies that require that, it's usually because they just don't have their S together anyway.
Well, they put it on you.
Not all the time, because, look, there are lots of people that have service windows and they get there, but it's just the way they do business. And what it is it totally takes the focus off the customer and puts it to the total 100% convenience of the people that are doing it. But that's the way of the world. I accept it. But what I don't accept is when you have a 3-hour window.
And yours was 3 till 6.
3 till 6 p.m.
Effectively your entire day.
The fact is, it's fine. We have a small baby. We're in the house. It's not like we're going out to dinner or anything. Or going out.
It's Regis. It's fine.
It's not. Yeah, there's no problem. But for whatever reason, we got done doing our stuff yesterday, and we've been maintaining a pretty vigorous schedule here,
right?
And we've been doing it, and I don't know, maybe the pressure of here I am trying to justify my own behavior.
You know what? I think we all know where this direction might be headed.
I'm trying to justify. Carlo is getting more and more annoyed at this because when you have a 7-month-old baby,
right,
you have a very specific schedule.
Very gutsy of you to talk about how Carlo is getting annoyed.
Well, she was. I'm in a way.
Yes. How was your mood?
I'm telling the truth.
Did you feed on her annoyance?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. And you know that I have made changes in my own life where I am trying to be more involved.
You're not bitter.
Doing the
better.
fatherhood thing.
That's right.
And, and it's been a very quiet month of February. I've been a very good boy.
Yes.
Not any late nights out, none of that stuff. And perhaps there's a part of me deep in my soul where that might be driving me a little insane.
I think it's bettering you, Mike.
And I think perhaps that there was some, let's just say, pent-up tension about this. So here's the point. We get to the 6 o'clock hour, and Carla calls at 6 o'clock, and they said, oh, he'll be there in 20 minutes. So now you're out of a 3-hour window, and the guy's not going to be there until 20 minutes later.
What I see is the biggest problem
with
that.
No courtesy call at all.
That's the problem, is that if you have a 3-hour window, and if you call me and say, I know we said 3 to 6, but if I make it 6:30,
right,
then I'm almost okay with it. Maybe a little peeved,
exactly.
But it shouldn't be on you to find out that he's going to be late.
So the idea of the service call and not getting the courtesy call as far as the service call was a little bit frustrating. And then 6:20 came and went. Another call was made at 6:30.
So you called again. You guys called them again.
Yes. Another call was made at 6:30. And he
they
said
answered
5 minutes. They arrived at roughly 10 before 7.
50 minutes late.
50 minutes late. 50 minutes late. Well, if you're really, talking about the window, the total window now was almost 4 hours.
Right. And
which is really okay to get a repair that's probably going to take 15 minutes to, hold somebody hostage all day. The bottom line is, and listen, I'm trying to justify my behavior.
I understand.
I will tell you this. This is the way I can explain it to you. That the mistake they made is pretty obvious. The reaction that I had was perhaps a little more significant than it should have been.
So your reaction was maybe for something more grievous than missing it by 50 minutes?
I just said, hey, how you doing? Come on in. I mean, I wasn't real friendly, okay? So we come in. And
if I was curt.
Yeah. And they apologized.
Okay.
And this is the part where I'm not proud of it, because they did apologize. If you're keeping a record of this, they did apologize,
right.
And that's the way it went down. So they did apologize. And they came in, and then they go in and they look at it, and he knew what the repair was because he'd been out the day before,
right,
with his assistant. And at this point, he says, "Where's the power to this unit. And that's when I give him the little Napoleon. Because, this is, we'll crawl down into the dungeon,
right?
Go into the land of the spider bites again,
right?
How
is your hand? Okay?
But it's recovered,
good,
100%. But the fact is, I'm a little frustrated. I'm just a little frustrated because, they're here late and it's immediately due for me, and so I go. Hold on, let me finish. I go to the head of the stairs where the dungeon is, and now normally, and I've done this many, many times, I will walk somebody down in the dungeon to the breaker box and show them exactly where it is, and probably show them the proper breaker that is supposed to be thrown to quit. This time I said, go down there, it's down there, take a left and a right and a left and a right. Now that's just a part of it. When we come back, I will tell you how the story ended with this gentleman threatening to call the police on me.
He did not.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Good morning, Pony.
Hey, look who's awake.
Thanks for waking up and joining us for the show. Incidentally, it's been terrific having you here. All right.
Don't say that. That ruins everything.
We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. This segment of the program is brought to you by our friends at Personal Capital. Okay, let's talk about something that's important to everybody, money.
I love money.
You want to keep your personal wealth, but it's a major hassle to keep track of it by yourself. And if you pay someone to manage it for you, you're probably paying too much. Luckily, I've got your solution. It's a free and secure tool called Personal Capital.
Love it.
Personal Capital allows you to keep track of your bank accounts, your stocks, and your 401k. Everything, all of your accounts and assets on a single screen. Whether you use your computer, your phone, or your tablet, it's all right there on one screen with real-time and intuitive graphs.
Do you love that?
Ooh, I love intuitive graphs.
They're the best kind of graphs.
Personal Capital also shows you how much you're overpaying in fees and how to reduce those fees. Even better, with Personal Capital, you'll get tailored advice on how to optimize your investment. Signing up takes about a minute, and it will pay you huge dividends, so why wait? Personal Capital gives you the clarity and transparency you need to make better investment decisions right now.
Love it.
To set up your free account, go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. Personal Capital is free, and it's the smart way to grow your money. Go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. That's personalcapital.com/TMOS. Okay, when we left you, I was standing up at the top of the stairs, and normally, as I say, because it's kind of a convoluted way to get down into my basement, anybody that's working down there, I say the breaker box is down there,
Do you know what it is?
I take a flashlight and I show them exactly where it is. These guys, I was so pissed off.
You just sent them down there.
I said, yeah, it's down there. Take a left or right. He said, where is it? I said, it's on the other side. Where is it? It's on the other side of the wall. Just go down there and take a right.
It's a tortuous journey.
So
winding.
At this point, I'm just irritated. I'm
Sure.
irritated that, a 3 to 6 window is now 7 o'clock, which is, we go into at 7 o'clock. I'm not a person of routine. You know this.
Right.
But now I am when it comes to 7 o'clock. And here's the way the drill goes. It's baby goes upstairs with mama to get his little bath. He's got a little eczema, so she's got to have his little stuff put on. Baby comes back down. Baby feeds one last time. Daddy takes baby up by 8 o'clock. Baby is in the crib. Baby is asleep. That's the way it goes.
Maybe the most important facet of getting a child to sleep through the night.
That's it.
Is routine, and that routine starts 2 hours out.
So now the guy has, because of whatever reason, has dicked with my routine.
Right.
And it's funny, and you know how I feel about somebody being late.
No, I hate when that happens.
Well, you have to be here today. You got to do the Oscar Roxy.
That's all we were trying to call out.
As long as you have that, that's all we were doing. We were chatting on that. So anyway,
you mean Oscar wasn't here?
He was sitting quietly. That's funny.
I was sitting on my hands.
Hey, buddy.
Telling the story about a workman coming out to
I got
to
it.
work
Absolutely.
on So
I've been listening online.
And I'm going, I watch these guys, and they come upstairs, and I'm just, for whatever reason, there's no real justification. I mean, yes, a little inconvenience for me, but there's no justification. But I think because of a lot of just different things I've been dealing with the move and the studio, I'm just seething.
It's
at
exponential.
These F-ups,
it builds up.
Show me how to turn the power up. And it's like, you do this for a living, right? Figure out how to turn the power. He comes up into the kitchen and walks over to the burner and turns the other one on, and it lights, which
Okay.
means the electricity is still going into the thing.
Right.
And he looks at me like this, and I swear to God, this is what he is. He looks at me and goes,
He shrugs. He
and
gives you the
this point-
globes. Yeah.
At this point,
I don't know what to do.
At this point, I don't hesitate. I'm done. I go, F this. F this.
Do you
This
say
thing-
the
I
word
said, this
F
is-
or do you say
I
the letter
say it
F?
loud. I shout
Oh,
it
no.
at the top of my. I say, F this. F this. You have a 3-hour window that you can't make. You don't give us a courtesy call, and then you're 1 hour later after that. F this. We got a kid to take care of. We got to deal with these. And then, let me just say, I have found that there are certain individuals in our world that don't take kindly to that type of profanity.
Understood.
And so immediately this guy, without hesitation, goes, "That's fine. I leave. No problem at all." I said, "Then give me my $50 back for the initial service call." "Sure, I'll get that." And we start going back and forth. He says, "I don't have that." I said, well, I'll take 40. How about, no, I'll give you the whole thing. So I follow him out to his car, and he's going,
my God.
and he starts saying, this
Is he a big guy?
No, he's not as big as me. So anyway,
I think this is another factor.
Yeah. You wearing cowboy
but
boots?
he's with another guy.
Yeah, with the jeans tucked in.
He's obviously, he makes a comment about the fact that he had to drive 2 hours to get this part, and I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that because nobody gave me a courtesy call and let me know what was going on. It's all about communication. So I go out there, and then he decides between leaving the house and getting to his car that he's not going to pay me back. I said, "Okay, don't pay me back." He
Well,
said,
because he's
"How about-
closer to his car.
I said, "How about you just give me $40 and we'll call it evening because I want to be rid of you because you're an a-hole." And I don't say a-hole. I say, and then it's like, "Well, he's a free country," and we're
Free
going back
country.
and forth. And
Well, freer than his
He
country.
talks about America, and he's like, "Call a cop," and it's really
Call a
escalating
cop?
fast.
I hate when that happens.
Now wait a minute. Now hold on, because I'm not throwing this guy under the bus. Because the fact is, once the dust settles, first of all, I call the guy, and he takes off. I don't get my money back.
What about
so
America?
Pissed off. I am really, really mad. I'm calling him back. I'm saying, "You don't know who you're screwing with." The whole thing. And
Don't
my
you know
heart
who I
rate-
used to be?
My
See that studio? See that name on that wall?
Don't you know who I was one day in the past?
I
a
used
long
to-
time ago.
When my burner broke, I used to buy a brand new stove.
Yes, at the drop of a hat. And so I am sitting here. My chest is like I am physically manifesting my rage.
Sure.
I am so wigged out, pissed off, and I'm so mad at this guy. And I call him back. I said, I said, "I want to talk to somebody, a supervisor." "Oh, are you the one that has?" "Oh," I said, "I'm the owner." I said, "Of course you're the owner. You couldn't work." I said, "You couldn't work for anybody else. Of course you're the owner. You couldn't work for anybody else with that attitude that sucks. And you didn't make it with a 3-hour window. You couldn't even get your ass out here to fix a burner on a stove." I'm going nuts. He's yelling at me. Then it's like, "Don't call. I'm calling the police." "Don't call. I'm going to call the police." And
He's trying to react like Eric Stoltz in Pulp Fiction. Prank call!
prank
call!
call.
Prank call!
I hang up with the guy.
movie.
I hang up with this dude. I hang up with him. And you know me, right? You
What time is it
know
now?
how I am, right?
What time is it? Is it
I
like
don't know.
7:30?
It's like 7:45.
Okay, so your
And-
evening is shot.
And my heart rate is
Dead sober,
we
just raging out.
We got the faux place coming to drop off soup. It's just a very difficult
God,
evening.
I hope they're on time.
And so they weren't. They weren't, but he was. But that's my guy over there. Okay, that's
Okay.
my man. He comes in and goes, "I just had a 1 week, 1 old baby." I'm like, "Okay, thank you, happy day. Here's an extra tip. Here for the baby. Have a great day. Just give me the soup."
Do you
goddammit."
know how to fix burners?
So anyway,
You got one of these in the kitchen?
the guy's long
Check it
gone.
out.
We have a little din-din. The baby gets put down.
Right.
I'm sitting there, and I look over at my wife. And this is kind of the way I handle stuff now, because it really eats me up that I even reacted the way I did. I'm the one that felt guilty. I did. I don't care
Okay.
that the guy was late. I don't care that the guy had a bit of an attitude because he had a bad day.
Now,
The
when you-
bottom line was I was the one that kind of went off, and I thought that the reaction to the circumstances, were they wrong for being late? Absolutely.
They were.
Were they wrong for not giving a courtesy call? Absolutely, 100%. But I was the one that reacted, and the way I processed that is I just said to myself, you know what? I'm really not going to do real well tonight at all unless I make this right. I
But
said,
when you
I don't
looked-
want, hold on. I don't want to give this guy a bad night. I want to give this guy a good night because I wrecked his night too.
Right.
And it's going to wreck my night if I'm just doing it. The old me, seriously, I would have sat there and, F you,
Stu.
come in here, trashed his company. And I don't want to do that to people anymore because I live my life a little differently now. And the fact is, I really did want closure on this because it was so ridiculously overblown by me about the situation. So, because at this point I'd called the guy a couple of times and we'd had words, I knew the guy was probably going to hang up on me.
So it continued several times
after
after
he left. We had a couple of conversations after he left.
It's like swingers.
Committed the number to memory.
And I said
Did you break up with him?
I said to my very brave wife, I said, get the guy back on the phone. Tell him I want to apologize to him. And tell him I mean it. And
so now she's being like your handler.
Well, because he wouldn't have spoken to me probably because he was, he was freaked out at my reaction. I get him on the phone.
Jerry says that he needs to talk to you.
Please hold for Mr. O'Mara.
She was because really it's a tall, in my opinion, that's not a small request to get somebody to get the guy on the phone.
Yeah, I would have been like, look, you burned that bridge.
Yeah,
you burned that bridge with that guy.
But she's different too.
She's a kind woman.
And she's good to do this.
Right.
And she gets the guy on the phone, and the guy apparently wanted our address because he was going to send me a check. So he's feeling a little bit of the same remorse that I'm feeling.
Well, he didn't want you going on Yelp.
I get on the line with him and I say, listen, the dust has settled. I said it was a bad situation for everybody. The bottom line is, you guys were late. You knew you were late. You apologized when you came in here, and I think I completely and totally overreacted, and I didn't want you to go to sleep tonight with this bad taste in your mouth. I wanted you to just know that I sincerely apologize. And he said, I've been going to send you a check. I said, nope, you're not going to send me a check because you know what? Your service call, it says it very clearly that if I do the repair, then you deduct that off the top. If I don't, that was your time. You got the part. Let's just call it even and have a great night. He said, that is very kind of you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And
I love America.
And he went his way.
Take the bar off the door. He is off the ledge.
I was off the ledge. I felt, can I tell you though, you know how great you feel when you do that? Do you know how wonderful you feel when you at least can repair something
that
was done?
Release.
Because really, this is like something I would do, back in the day if I was in my cups. I mean, if I got really up over the top at somebody and then have to do the apology tour the day after. It felt like that, only I was cold sober.
What's great about it is that you don't know how it's going to go until he accepts the apology.
100%.
And so it's very tense until he says that he loves America and all is well.
He didn't say he loved America.
Well, in
after
Oscar's
that, for
version,
Christ's
he
sake.
did. Now, are you still with a broken burner, though?
Yeah, we'll get another guy to come out and fix it.
But
we know what the
American
part number, we know what the part number.
A white guy.
Behave yourself. All right, so
where is your breaker box?
So yesterday,
my name's Ned Flanders.
Now on another note, and this is why I will not scream and yell about Oscar being late again.
Good
although
for
we
you.
exchanged 700 text messages yesterday about moving the show start up to half an hour.
Good for you
Yes.
for handling it that way. You should be very proud and almost proud enough to offset the fact that the man threatened to call the police. It's sort of a wash.
He feared for his life.
He did.
He didn't fear for his life. He was just pissed, and he had a right to be pissed because I was just like, hey, we.
You're a bigger man for calling him.
I couldn't turn the power on. I'm like, F this, F this. Carla recorded it.
What?
I had her destroy it.
Oh, so you watched it afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. She started to play it for me. I said, delete that, please.
Oh, that would have been a boss. That would have been a great audio.
Please
bomb.
don't pull a Cerrito on me. Cerrito's big for doing. Hey, look what you were doing.
Oh, I got this.
But anyway,
it's okay. He didn't really call the police.
So what the hell's wrong with you today? Now this is my second tardy Tommy in 48 hours.
Well, let me say this. First, I do also love America.
Yes.
And
it ain't going to help you here.
I completely forgot. I had a rough day yesterday. I've been dealing with healthcare.gov. And
Oscar called me yesterday afternoon.
Did he?
To tell me how he is. We have to save that for tomorrow.
Yes,
for Monday's
for
show.
Monday.
Because that's
or do you want to do a show
thing.
tomorrow?
I have a complete.
We can do a show tomorrow. I'll take Monday off.
I have a complete breakdown of a true play-by-play experience on what's happening with healthcare in America these days.
Wow.
Right.
And a little racism's involved.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
I've never played the race card before. I'm not a La Raza type of guy.
We normally don't see eye to eye on politics, but he may have a point on this.
Really?
Did you do two shows last night?
One show, just one.
You just did one show.
Just one show. Just one show.
And you had planned to do two.
And ran
You look better than you did yesterday.
I slept.
You-
I slept beautifully.
Okay.
It was great.
I'm happy
Too
for
much.
You. I'm happy for you.
But too much,
you
apparently.
slept about a half hour too much.
That's it.
But, in his defense, it's not like we all exchanged specific texts about the early start or emails went out after that
We
that
did.
were responded
You
He
did.
to.
doesn't have the chip. You have to accept him as he is. He does not possess pass the punctuality check.
I don't.
I know.
He
I'm
doesn't.
so sorry.
You did when you had to, but
Yes.
you know that technically,
I'm late today. I'm late today. I felt horrible.
But I know you do, and that's why I'm not busting your balls about it. But it's good material. The thing is, he doesn't have the chip, and the way we do this show, because we do record it.
Yes.
There is always that element of flexibility, and there's nothing. I can't look at Oscar and lie to him. I can't lie to him and say, we're going on the network at this particular time. I really can't do that.
When our masthead,
I'd love to fake it, but he'd know that I was faking it.
I
So
know. When the
I
masthead-
got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing.
the masthead on our website actually uses the phrase 10:30-ish. So some of the urgency that has been instilled to us as
Right.
broadcasters
Yes.
has gone by the wayside.
And the only way to handle a chronic tardy is to do this.
What?
Is to now I'm telling him it, so he'll now know what we're doing. Is the same way I used to handle people in college and also in other workspaces where you actually lie about the time.
Yeah,
you
I've done
lie
it.
by a half an hour about the time.
I do it to
and
Carrie all the time.
Do you really?
Absolutely. So we've
So
got to
we
leave
have to leave
by
at 9:30.
I
do
got
it
to
to-
leave at 6.
I do it to my parents and my sister and brother.
How do
I
why
do
do you
that
do
to
it?
them.
You do that to them,
Yes.
so they'll be on time.
Because at
Do you have
at
does your
Thanksgiving
family
and
have a history
Christmas-
of this?
Oh, are you kidding me? It's chronic. It's sad. The
Really?
only man that doesn't do it is my dad.
Yeah, you know what?
My
He's
dad's
punctual.
militant.
Last
There you
year
go.
they
Yeah.
didn't even celebrate Christmas till the 27th.
So my sister does this bit where she's like, "I'll be there by lunch," and I'm like, "Look,
Oh, that's loosey goosey.
I say, look, Mom's she's got something to do. Like I'll make something up. Like our tia Toya's coming over. Somebody's coming over.
Does
that you
she
gotta
know
be
you're
here.
making something up?
No.
Though? She still
Yeah,
buys it.
because she still comes late and is on time.
Oh.
Yes, and I will call her in the morning and say, "Hey, look, I want to make sure you're on the road here because Tia Toya can't stay here for long." Or I'll make up some relative that's coming,
Aunt
Yes.
Toya.
and then she'll get here on time. But technically, she's late.
What do we do? What can we do for you to help you with your chronic tardiness to the Michael?
Well,
Mara
it's
Show?
not going to matter in about 3 weeks.
You're right. It's not. It's not actually.
I
gonna
kid you
matter.
not. I will be the.
But it
I will
really-
be the first person there
But
because it's a 10-minute walk and a 3-minute drive.
Now, don't you think I got a few payback days, right?
Sure.
For that,
Yeah,
since
but
I'll be
if-
making the long.
How about I'll go to Starbucks if you're running late? No big deal. It's right downstairs.
And you'll notice that I am keeping my mouth way shut right now.
You've been
because-
amazingly punctual.
Well, I mean, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that not only will I have the farthest to drive of all the people in your world, I'm the scaredest of Washington D.C. So I don't know if I'm 10
It's-
minutes late and my ass is bleeding
worry,
from
Rob.
rape
You won't-
and muggings.
Again,
It's the honky side of town.
Is it?
Don't worry, Rob.
Cool.
The honky side of town. It's the Embassy Row side of town. It really is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there's nothing. You're not going to have to deal with anything.
I'm still not bringing my wallet.
No, you actually will just shoot down right next to where the old Edge studios were.
Okay.
Just shoot right down to Oscar's World. That's
I
it.
don't know where that is because I was overlooked for Jeff
You know,
Shamrock.
he is such a white suburban that you probably don't. You still don't.
No,
know
I know where-
DC.
I know where
you know where
embassies
Good
are.
Guys is.
Oh, sure.
Hey, you went down. You went down to like to that horrible location for the McCartney show for the Beatles tribute.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was Paul.
It's
But
not
that-
in that neighborhood. Though.
That's not anywhere
You're
near that.
basically in Georgetown. You're above
Okay.
Georgetown.
It's near M Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 1 mile up from M Street.
Okay, I know where you are.
I wanted to ask you,
No
Oscar,
parking.
before we go to break. I have
There's
to.
no
and-
parking.
Incidentally, not a real spoiler alert, but maybe a little bit of a spoiler alert. I'm not going
Okay.
to say anything because I'm not going to ruin House of Cards for anybody. But I gotta just check and see if my boy Oscar checked out this episode.
Well, he's seen them all.
I saw all of them.
You saw all of them.
Oh my God!
Oh, spoiler alert! Turn your radios down.
Well,
if
can
you
I
haven't
have?
heard of
Then what?
No, it's just.
What are you doing to
Don't
me?
do it to Rob.
There's a moment.
Which moment?
The moment where how do I put this the right way? The moment with their security guard.
Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. There was a lot, and not again. You don't know which one. You
No.
don't know who.
No.
Amazingly set up.
But
too.
I will say
amazingly
so
set up. Like I was
Shannon and I,
holy.
Shannon and I
S.
were watching it together, and I
Right.
said, I looked at her. I said, "Are you feeling uncomfortable?"
Okay, I've heard
Say no
enough.
more.
I've heard enough.
Oh my God!
You boys be good.
Okay. Listen.
We'll talk about it on Monday.
Oh, I swear to God, House of Cards.
But let me ask you this about that.
Yes.
Is it good that I'm sticking to my policy? I don't watch it when the kids are around.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%. It's wow. Terrific. Anyway, we'll take a break, come back with more Oscarazzi right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome to the show. Whoa. You know, I'm looking at my watch, and I'm like, we could have waited, because our thing's not until an hour from now, right?
Yeah, but that wouldn't teach him a lesson.
Taught me a lesson.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the show's brought to you by the bonus package.
Ah, yeah.
If you are part of the procrastination, never fear, folks. It's not too late to jump on the 2014 bonus show bandwagon. Order now, and you'll get all of the 2014 shows, plus on-demand video access to each show and unlimited access to the entire anthology. That's every TMOS bonus show since we started. At $69.99, you save over 25%. We also have monthly packages, and as always, you can still buy each episode a la carte.
That's so great.
Check out all the details at MikeO'MaraShow.com and choose the one that's right for you. Just click the bonus show banner. Remember, order right now.
When?
Right now.
Okay.
And you won't miss a single second of bonus fun, the 2014 TMOS bonus package, because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. And we thank you in advance for that. Time for Oscarazzi! Pretty good
Gentlemen.
week. Pretty good week for entertainment, Oscar.
A fat entertainment news today. First, let's start with the Oscars. Coming up this Sunday.
You know, it's a wonderful night.
The Oscars are evolving. You'll be able to watch them online for the very first time. The telecast will be viewed worldwide, not just on ABC, but on ABC's app. So if you've got, the only catch is this: if you've got a cable provider, whether it be Verizon or Comcast or Turner, or whoever you have to make sure that you go through their portal and actually get their app certified. You have to activate it. You can watch it on your iPad. You can watch it on your Samsung TVs. But that's the only catch. But it's going to be streamed live on the ABC app. You should also know this, that you also will get not just the telecast, but you get 3 other experiences. They have 3 other cameras.
Are you on the payroll? You get 3 other experiences.
So they have behind-the-scenes stuff?
Yes.
See, I'm kind of into this.
Really?
I'm actually,
You can watch that.
Into it. Yeah, I like
they
that
have
stuff.
the Oscars backstage camera, where you actually will be able to see the winners walk, and the audience, the winners going to the press room, and also a thank you cam. So they'll go straight to a thank you cam that you will be able to see on the web, where the winners continue their thank yous outside of what you see on stage.
So they got rid of the 4th camera that they had last year.
Which was what?
The Oscar piss cam.
Oh, I remember that.
That was a great one.
But
remember Jennifer Garner?
Oh, man. Javier Bardem?
Look out.
Whoa.
But if content is king, that's more content for people to get into.
It is. I think that the Oscars, hopefully, I root for Ellen DeGeneres, because I think she usually has pretty decent material.
Yes.
And I hope she's a little edgier than she was the last
The
time.
only thing where she can go wrong is she can be too folksy.
Oh, absolutely.
And what I want is, a little something with an edge. If
Just an edge, like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. And I think she's smart. Ellen DeGeneres is smart. She maybe takes clues from that.
You know what I would hope right now, the worst job in show business is Bruce Valanche's dry cleaner, because he's so nervous right now.
Nasty.
Lots of bananas and peaches.
Head writer.
For Bruce Valanche.
I'll be watching on the web and on my iPad, so I'll let you know how it goes.
Because you're off the grid.
Yeah, I'm off the grid.
Right, man.
Gentlemen, also breaking news. Girl star Allison Williams is engaged, Brian Williams' daughter.
Oh, she's hot.
Yes, and she's engaged, and I know you won't be shocked by this, to Ricky Van Veen. You wonder who's Ricky Van Veen?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the website collegehumor.com?
Yeah.
I have.
He's a co-founder of collegehumor.com.
And that's pretty pretty pricey little website.
Yeah. He's she's marrying a .comer, so congratulations to her.
She's the only thing that makes that show worth watching. I know you guys watch it all the time. I can't get by Lena Dunham. she grosses me out.
She
tries to be gross, and she succeeds.
I'm on a
turns me
sabbatical
out.
right now. I'm on hiatus based on the episode where she wore the yellow bikini the entire episode. It was off-putting.
I've watched every episode, and for some reason, like a bad train wreck, I continue to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's really spot on, but you know what?
Smart writing.
It's smart writing, but really, I'm ready for a little of pop culture to get out of Brooklyn. I'm really
It's a
ready
hot
for.
spot, man.
I really like to just have some experiences from people maybe in the rest of the country, and that show is it's fine if you're New York. You can be that narcissistic, but it just I don't know. The show puts me off.
The
a
whole
little bit.
Brooklyn thing started, of course, as you know, with Welcome Back, Kotter, and there was no looking back.
This may be a breath of fresh air for you. Williams says that her goal is to become a mom in the long run. She wants to act and then just leave her career behind and become a full-time mom.
I think that's not a bad thing to do, and she's fantastic on that show. And of course, she's got daddy's money to fall back on too.
She can have a whole passel of Lantern John children with their big jaw.
You can say that when Brian Williams is your father. Moving on, Robin Thicke, maybe you've heard this news, has parted ways with his wife.
Yes.
They are separated but not divorced. Apparently, as of late, he said he's still trying to get her back. There are allegations after the MTV Music Awards where
the twerking one, right?
The twerking had started kind of the rift between himself and his wife, where his wife felt humiliated by the performance. And there was also some pictures of him and some fans where he's allegedly grabbing a fan's tuchus. So,
here's what I don't understand about that.
just in town last night, by the way.
Here's the thing. I mean, Robin Thicke, if she's having trouble with the VMA performance, but she was okay with the original Blurred Lines video.
Exactly.
It's like, excuse me, you think you might have wanted to pick that one? Where you've got like the super hotties running around rubbing their boobs all over you? I mean, it just seems kind of strange.
You know who would have the inside track on this is Robin Thicke's dad.
Hey, Mike. Hey, you're busted.
You're divorced.
Hey, don't worry. They're just like school buses.
How's that?
Another yellow one will come along in no time at all.
What is that racial?
I don't know what he's
It's not
talking about.
racial, is it?
No, I didn't try to be
Jeez.
racial. I
Alan.
I don't know.
I didn't know it was like that.
It's like a city bus. Sorry, I shouldn't have said school bus. I don't know why I said yellow.
Hey, congratulations on writing the theme to Three's Company.
Thanks a lot. Hey, Mike, you're grounded. Another divorce, Robin. You're grounded. Yeah.
Yet separated, not divorced, not yet.
Right.
In the other direction, let's talk about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Ah, yeah, good-looking couple.
An engagement, apparently that happened in late August at Mila's birthday. They've been keeping it a secret for so long. You can finally see her with this big rock, the big ring on her hand.
Hey, Mila, it's Alan Thicke. Listen. You might want to watch out for that guy. I think he's a real legendary douchebag.
Now, the thing that's so crazy about...
I truly do believe that. I think she's going to get burned by him.
Well, Kelso and Jackie finally got together.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mila Kunis, I'm over her now that it's the oldest daughter of Modern Family, who is essentially Mila Kunis, but younger.
2.0.
Yeah.
Do you know when I fell in love with Mila Kunis?
I think I know.
You do, Ted?
Ted.
Yeah.
She looked great in
Thunder
Ted.
Buddies. F you, Thunder. You can S my D.
So congratulations
She
to
was
them.
very good at that, yeah.
We couldn't have an Oscarati without Kim Kardashian.
Nice ass.
Have you heard, and maybe you can help me out here, the Vienna Ball, this famous Vienna Ball, apparently that goes...
It's brown, isn't it?
No.
Well,
no.
I went to
It's
American
in
University
Austria.
with a guy named Klaus Schmidt, and in the shower, No, I don't know.
It's the Vienna Opera Ball in Austria.
Okay.
And there's like a billionaire that buys these starlets for kind of, eye candy, right?
to be like hanging around the
Hanging
party.
around.
Appearances.
He paid Kim Kardashian $500,000, $500,000.
Hello, Fräulein. Would you like to see the real Vienna Ball?
I will show you a picture of this gentleman. He looks like the Monopoly Man a little bit, without the monocle. You see him right there, right there. You
Kind
got
of
that
looks
guy?
like Eli Wallach.
Yeah, he does.
A better comparison there.
I love the fact that he's
So-
actually wearing a top hat.
In the past, he's had Paris Hilton. He's had Lindsay Lohan. Or almost had Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan missed her plane, and she lost out on $150,000.
Gather round, ladies. I would like to share with you just how many venereal diseases I've contracted over the years.
He's had Nicolette Sheridan as one of his companions. But this is different because Kim Kardashian went out there with her TV show.
Okay.
So they're filming the TV show, and the billionaire said that it's a no-go. He feels that he shouldn't be paid the $500,000 because the entire time they were filming the TV show, they didn't want him in the picture.
100%.
Oh, he's
screw
right.
her and shut them down. And they can't. They shouldn't be able to shoot at the ball either.
Yeah, and again, it looked
Hate
like
the Kardashians.
this is the type of ball we're talking about. The $1 billion people, the 1%er. Look at that ball.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Look at that,
Something out of
boy.
a movie.
Europe.
Something out of a movie.
It's the upper crust of Europe.
Yeah.
Sure, it's tough to smell a Kardashian in that crowd.
So it's 50. So it's 50-50 if she's actually going to be able to keep the money because what this gentleman is saying is that she didn't honor her contract.
Okay.
She was more interested in filming her TV show than actually accompanying him to the ball.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm with the billionaire.
I don't know. I disagree with the Nazi.
Moving on, Katy Perry. Are you a big fan? I'm not sure if you've ever said you're a fan or not.
I'm ambivalent. Carla can't stand her.
Why?
I don't know why.
I like her. I think her music is strong, and I think she's very attractive.
Nah, I think she's just she's kind of like too pop culture for me. I mean, just too pop star. I don't know. I don't like her.
So you don't, but do you like her music? Take away what you know about her.
I think her music is fine. I think it's forgettable.
It's,
I don't think it's enduring.
Forgettable but agreable.
Yeah,
everything
agreeable
she
at the
puts out
time.
is pleasant.
She's a total creature of modern music. I think she's completely a creature of modern music.
Well, with regardless of her hits, in her personal life, she's
her hits. You said
her hits.
Okay,
not her hits.
She's had two at least.
Yes, Katy Perry and John Mayer have split again. This is their second breakup.
Oh God.
A lot of breakups and makeups here.
Right.
Apparently, the story goes as follows. Mayer's in Los Angeles recording one of his albums, and Katie's on tour. They were together for a couple years, and people were talking about engagement, so this came kind of shocking. But John Mayer, a notorious kind of womanizer.
Oh, love him and leave him, right?
Yeah. Love him and leave him, so we'll find out what really happened there. One more guy before we get out of here. The Fast and the Furious 7 will resume production. They got about 8 weeks left that they'll produce this April coming up. I don't know what they're going to do. They haven't said exactly what they do with Paul Walker's character. Don't think they're going to kill him off. The rumors say, and this is from the Hollywood Reporter, that they're just going to retire the character. They may not even address the fact that he had died.
Are they able to use any of the footage that was shot before he passed?
This is interesting. The way they went back around is they had the director go back and see what footage he could save for a new script. So he may be written completely out of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll find out.
I don't know. It'd be kind of an homage to him if they kept him in.
I like that.
The movie's coming out in 2015, and they said they will honor him in one way or another through the film, but I don't know if it's going to be a reel at the end or at the beginning. Who knows?
Cool. All right. Thank you. That's Oscar Razzi. We will take a break, come back with more, and Rob Spiewak and the Magic Audio Vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Sucks to be you.
Welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa. Brought to you by Vistaprint. I used to think it cost an arm and a leg to effectively market your business. It doesn't. For a limited time only, there's another great deal at Vistaprint. We tell you about it all the time. Here it is, 250 high-quality premium cards for just $10.
You can't beat it.
Try to beat that anywhere. If you need more, no problem. Vistaprint can handle quantities up to $5,000. So it's okay if you don't have a large marketing budget to spend on cards. Vistaprint allows you to order their quality cards at extremely low everyday prices. In fact, they have a low price guarantee for their premium business cards. So if you're not happy, they're not happy. You can call them up. They'll make it right. Plus, you can customize your cards like crazy. Add custom text, move stuff around, change fonts and colors, upgrade your paper, do all of it. Everyone in this room has premium cards for only $10. Shipping is included. Go to Vistaprint.com, put our promo code TMOS in the cart when you check out to get this offer. That's 250 business cards, only $10. Get them at Vistaprint.com, and don't forget, TMOS is the code. Let's open up the audio vault for Friday, Feb 28, 2014.
Hi, Mike.
There it is.
We were all in love with this yesterday, and I pulled a clip of it because the more I think about it, I think it is real.
Can you play that duck one more time?
I can.
Duck run. All right, thank you.
You know what?
Try one more time?
Sure.
Duck run.
Loved by kids and grown-ups alike.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Playing it all morning.
There was, I think it was around the Super Bowl, they did that prank video where Jeff Gordon was going to do a test drive in an automobile, and he drove crazy, and it was a great viral video.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people thought it was suspect and fake. So they pulled a prank on a guy who blogged that he thought it was fake. They used his
From a
friend.
major blog.
They used his friend to set him up, where he was picked up in a cab.
How much fun did we have watching this yesterday?
I think we watched it 4 times.
It blew my mind when I saw it.
Here's a clip of Jeff Gordon as a redneck cab driver getting pulled over by a cop and trying to outrun the cop, and listen to the guy that they're pranking flipping out.
Oh, what? I wasn't even doing anything.
That's Jeff Gordon.
This can't not be happening.
He's at the wheel of a cab with a cop in back of him.
I can't put my windows
Cop saying,
locked.
put the windows down.
Sir, please.
I can't go back, man.
Sir.
I can't go back.
Sir,
Sorry, I can't.
Stop.
I can't.
Please stop.
I can't
Please
do
stop.
it, man.
Speeds off.
Please, no.
I can't go back, man. I'm sorry. Fuck no.
And what goes from there is an amazingly well choreographed car chase, and then they end up in a garage and they reveal to the guy that he's been pranked. It's worth a watch.
And if
You know, we talked about the release for this, and here's why. This is just the reason I get suspect. If this guy has any chip in him whatsoever that he wants to be a dink,
yeah,
he could
he could shut the whole thing down.
He could totally. That would not be released, and they'd have
Yes.
to pay him an assload of money.
You get that, though. You know,
I'm just saying he probably went along with it and went, "Hey, it's
when
okay,"
he
but it's
kicked-
still isn't
when
there
he
a risk
tried
factor?
to kick out the partition,
right?
I knew this was real.
No,
he
I-
could have hurt Jeff Gordon. Something could have happened.
It looked pretty damn
Oscar,
real.
Oscar, I believe it's
Yeah.
real. What I'm saying is,
They rolled
I
the
would
dice.
think there has to be the element of risk on the part of Pepsi
There
to
is
do
a
this
risk.
in the
There
first
is.
place.
But you know what, Pepsi? I thought that Pepsi's thought process was this guy is a blogger. All he wants is
the
coverage.
attention.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, it's a calculated.
If they
risk.
did it to one of us, and say, with all due respect, say they did it to me, and I broke out in a seizure, right?
Right.
I would not sue anybody because I know that we'd be on the front page of every website in
Yep.
America.
You're doing a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
and he's no different. He's a blogger.
A blogger. They
It's
just want
interesting.
eyes.
It's interesting. I'd love to just, just like reality TV, I trust no one. I would just love to find out the
And I think you
real
will.
deal on that.
I
Look at
think
the
you
legal
will.
document. We'll see. All right.
All right, moving on. I know we all have been talking a lot about late night TV. We all have our favorites. I think we all enjoy Kimmel. We've got our eye on Seth Meyers. We've got our eye on Fallon. But I know that Letterman is still my favorite because he is really right in the thick of New York City.
He's a sour old man now.
But I love it.
I love it.
Do you think any other host could handle this the way he handled it? And by the way, he might want to get something called a compressor limiter.
They had this anti-gay legislation that was vetoed yesterday by the
During the
governor.
monologue last
and
night.
people say, Dave, what is the deal?
Well then.
This doesn't happen very often.
My ride's here. I can't help it every time. I know. If you didn't hear that at home, it was a police siren. But they say, Dave, what's the deal?
There it is. That one.
I'm stunned at that.
Somebody left the Bombay doors open.
Wouldn't it be great if they were coming here? The guy just comes right through the door, puts the cuffs on me, and takes me out.
Them away.
Good night.
Careful.
The people are always coming up to me and they think I know stuff, and they say, Dave, what's the deal on Arizona?
Yes.
And oh, for the love of God.
Oh, my God. Somebody left the door open. Yep. There's no way the audio is that open.
What is he, circling the block?
But they are right on 53rd. I mean, they're
I'm
right
surprised
close, but they should not come that clear.
No, but I'm surprised. I mean, it should happen all the time, and it does. It would strike me that someone backstage. There has to be
an
that
explanation.
sound has to be coming from
Something was
somewhere.
being loaded in or something happened.
They have not sealed that. They would have soundproof doors on that studio.
Two things from our president yesterday. He did a thing about supporting youngsters growing up. And
My Brother's Keeper.
That's what it's called, the new program, My Brother's Keeper. I like this quote.
I made bad choices. I got high.
Good night, everybody.
That's great.
But that's not the
Obama.
But that's not the reason we brought you here. He actually was having some small talk with the press, and I thought this was This was the day before yesterday, and this really is a great example of his sense of humor. I think this is really the way this guy is.
Today I am joined by researchers who invent some of the most advanced metals on the planet, designers who are modeling prototypes in the digital cloud, folks from the Pentagon who help to support their work. Basically, I'm here to announce that we're building Iron Man. I'm going to blast off in a second. This has been a secret project we've been working on for a long time. Not really. Maybe. It's classified.
It's classified, he says.
fun.
And then he went on to say,
I made bad choices. I got high.
Within that, with due respect to the president, I actually heard that speech,
Yeah.
and I was actually, I'm usually not impressed,
Right.
but when he said that he sold himself short, he's basically talking to a group of teens,
Yeah, it was a
and
great
adolescents
talk.
that really, you have to take advantage of the time you have in school and the opportunities that are given to you because you may not have them again.
He's brave to come out and say it
so
because
really,
what his point was strong. I mean, we made a little fun there, but it is. He says, he regrets. I mean, there's the most powerful man in the world that he had regrets that he didn't capitalize on his opportunities.
I also regret the fact that we didn't have a special little guy in the audience today. Somebody who normally would come to all of my speeches and sit down in the front row.
A young man?
The little man who is now spending most of his days struggling to get by in Tunisia. He's been on the Michael Mara Show, and his name is Brill.
Thank you, Mike. That is your magic audio vault. Have a great Friday and a great weekend, everybody. Robert, good luck.
Good luck, Robert. Win that
Good luck,
championship.
buddy.
For all technical support questions regarding the Mike O'Mara Show, please contact our man, Matthew Bloom,
Yay.
Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for our show can be sent to TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And remember, the official TMOS e-voice line is open right now, 800-440-8167. We have another fantastic bonus show for you today. You can hear it later on this afternoon, the Mike O'Mara Show bonus hour. It's your questions, our answers, and let me tell you something. It ends with a bang.
Yeah, stay till the end, folks.
And I mean that in the F-word sense of bang. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free account with Personal Capital right now. With Personal Capital, you'll finally be able to see all your accounts in one place and get a clear view of everything you own. To sign up for free, go to theskepticsguide.org and click the Personal Capital banner, or go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. Personal Capital. Less fees, more G's.
I made bad choices. I got high.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.